Hey guys, this is my part 3 to union busting series, where I'm reading from Confessions of a Union Buster and then adding in some commentary where I've got experience. I've been a union organizer for over 20 years and a community organizer for well before that. So these guys are slime balls and they're terrorists. So they resort to telling lies about workers and making things up, like saying that workers are gay, spreading rumors that they're cheating on their wives. Here's one about one night as a graveyard shift worker pressed and cut hot metal into the shape of a radiator cap, the plant foreman's phone rang. The foreman answered and heard the voice of a black woman announce that there was a bomb in the factory. He then let the crew go on working for nearly an hour before evacuating the plant. The police got a warning call from the same person that night. When they searched the factory, they found nothing, but they had captured the caller's voice on tape. Two plant managers identified the caller as Allen, a worker who was a leader in the union movement, a black woman. I believed it wasn't she. When I heard the tape, I was sitting with Jeanette Allen herself. It did not sound like the same person. A black woman whose intelligence and integrity had earned her the admiration and loyalty of her coworkers. Allen also happened to be an outspoken proponent of the UAW campaign. Company bosses considered her the driving force, she's the leader, behind worker support for the union, particularly among black folks, who made up 1/3 of the workforce. They feared her. As soon as Allen was implicated in the bomb threat, she was fired. Meanwhile, her coworkers wondered what kind of union could corrupt such a stalwart character. The UAW lost the election. This is just an example. This happens all the time. I have seen this. I have experienced it. It happens in union hospitals, union facilities, as well as new organizing drives. These employers and terrorist CEOs will do anything to discredit the leaders of the union drive. Another thing he says is that the change started, watching the crude and abusive behavior of my old associates, I was forced to acknowledge the vile nature of my field. Slowly, I began to realize that the more polished techniques were just a distilled version of the same villainy. Not only were working people crushed by the cruelty of the union busters, but the companies themselves were raped as consultants and attorneys conspired to wring as much money as they could out of their clients. The executives paid whatever they were asked, the consultants having convinced them that union organizing effort amounted to the worst crisis of their business. In the end, I understood that a union busting campaign left a company financially devastated and hopelessly divided, and almost inevitably created an even more intolerable work environment than before, as managers systematically retaliated against union supporters for the high cost of the campaign.